Hi, are you trying to learn more about Cypress, Texas? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you everything I know about Cypress, Texas. Hi, my name is George Schlacey, broker owner of Joe & Co., where my goal at Joe & Co. isn't just to be your realtor, but to be your resource. Today I'm going to be sharing one of those resources with you. We are actually going to go over to the Joe & Co. website where I have typed a blog post about Cypress, Texas, and I have itemized everything I think you should know about Cypress, Texas. So let's jump on over to the blog. Goodbye, Big Jordan. So on the left side of the screen, you see the Joe & Co. website. The Joe & Co. website is really easy to navigate. You have this little magnifying glass that will help you search the website. You can scroll down and click on one of these category links or search all of our categories right here. So a really good resource. So we are just going to do the Cypress, Texas blog post. You see it on the right side of the page. And this is what you view when you click upon it. The very first thing I want to share with you is my favorite blog post called Your First Visit. So it's this link right here. Now keep in mind, everything I'm talking about is going to be linked down below in the description box on the YouTube channel. So here I break this down in a couple different categories. So first I'm going to share with you the restaurants I think you should experience. So in Cypress, you have two really popular new and neighborhoods called Town Lake and Bridgeland. Both of them have really good commercial hubs. Town Lake is very established and very near completion. Bridgeland isn't quite as near completion, so it's probably technically 25, maybe 33% complete. Bridgeland is going to be huge. Bridgeland is actually the same developer as the Woodlands, which is the #1 city or place in America for you to live, according to niche.com. So restaurants in Town Lake are Sam's Boat, World of Beer, Torchy's Tacos, Mod Pizza, Cocoa Crepes, Crumble Cookie. I had Mod for dinner. It's very yummy. I love Torchy's. So these are some really good restaurant options with lots of different cuisines. So that's in Town Lake. In Bridgeland, in their main commercial hub, so eventually there will be more commercial hubs. Right now there's only one. So in Bridgeland you have L3 Craft Coffee, Local Table, Mexican Cantina, Great American Cookies, and a French pastry shop. If you're looking for more upscale, you have the Chef's Table, which is amazing, Haley's Italian Restaurant, Dario Steakhouse and Seafood, and Mar Vino's. So tons of really amazing restaurant options. In Cypress, you also have food truck options. So you have the Twisted Grilled Cheese, which I have not checked out yet, but I have a minor addiction to grilled cheese and tomato soup, so I'm definitely going to have to go try this one out. Pita Bites, Taco King, El Gave, Lone Star Barbecue, and another Mexican restaurant. So then the next category is going to be places to experience. My favorite place is the Houston Premium Outlet Mall. So there is some really good shopping at the Houston Outlet Mall. So you definitely have to check that one out. That's off of 290, just a little bit south of Grand Parkway 99. And then you have Cut by Cinemark Cypress. I actually went here for my birthday. It's probably my favorite movie theater. They have really good snacks and full entrees and drinks as well. And then I kind of already mentioned it, but the Town Lake Boardwalk is really beautiful. They even have a farmer's market out there, and they have live music and events. Town Lake is exactly what it sounds like. It's a neighborhood with a lake, like an actual recreational lake. It's the largest private recreational lake in Houston. I think it's the only one. And they have a beach. They have tons of master planned amenities, the fitness center, the swimming pool. I'm trying to say a word. What do they call it? A resort style swimming pool. So there's a resort style swimming pool, but the cool thing is they also have all of this commercial on the lake as well. So you can technically take a boat from your house to the lake, which I think is really neat. And then you have the Berry Center. So the Berry Center, not necessarily a place to experience, but it's a sight to see. So it's this huge football arena and obviously multi-purpose. So my stepson actually graduated there at the Berry Center. So not my stepson, my daughter, Mackenzie. Goodness gracious. So Britt graduated from Klein, and Mackenzie graduated from Cypher. So then we have those blog posts of things to do. So I'm going to open that in the background. And then we have all of the parks. So I am a lover of parks. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love spending time outdoors. You know I love spending time with my family. If you have snuck over to my Instagram, you can see it looks like I live in a forest because I always post pictures of me being outside. But I promise I do practice real estate. I just love being outside at the same time. But you have the Oak Meadow Park, which is a 30-acre park, and they also have disc golf, fishing, a pavilion, and they even stock the lake, which I think is really cool. Then you have Shores Park. This one's only 4 acres, but still a good option. Lakeland Village Park, so this is going to be in Bridgeland. Josie Lake Park, also in Bridgeland. Festival Park, this one's really cool because of the outdoor concerts, movies, and events. Treehouse Park, Dragonfly Park, these are in Bridgeland and amazing, and there are some in Town Lake as well. The Mandolin Garden Park is a really cool option. Telge Park, you really are not at a lack for parks in Cypress or Katy or the Woodlands. We really have you covered in those particular suburbs. Now, if you're curious about what neighborhoods to check out, I went ahead and listed some of the most popular ones. Black Horse Ranch, Bridgeland, Bridge Creek, Coles Crossing. Coles Crossing is really neat. It's really established. It's one of the first neighborhoods that really put Cypress on the map, so I really like Coles Crossing. Copper Bend, Cypress Creek Lakes, Fairfield. I might be mixing up Fairfield and Coles Crossing, but I feel like Fairfield is probably a little more established than Coles Crossing, and that's technically the one I meant to say, but they're really close to one another, and I think they're both, I think you would say north side of 290, so definitely like a little town, and they have commercial as well, restaurants and everything like that, so you're closer to the outlet mall. Lakewood, Longwood, oh, I love Longwood. Longwood's probably one of my favorites. That's definitely one of the most established neighborhoods. Beautiful homes. I adore Longwood. Mira Mesa, Town Lake, Villages, Cypress Lake. So those are going to be your most popular Cypress neighborhoods that I definitely recommend checking out. And then if you are curious about open houses, I have all of those links down below as well. I talk about the most popular new construction, Bridgeland, Copper Bend, Hidden Harbor, Mira Mesa, Town Lake, and Telge Ranch. If you're on a budget and you're under $400, I gave you some quick links for that as well. And these are all of the most popular Cypress blog posts we've done, comparing the neighborhoods of Cypress. What's the weather like in Cypress? Best neighborhoods in Cypress, Texas. Things to do in Cypress, Texas. And then you have the relocation guide. I don't think I've opened that one yet. My computer wants some passwords, y'all. And then 10 things you didn't know about Cypress. So this is going to be the Cypress one. I want to make sure we talk about the ebooks. But back to that very first blog post. So this is that first link we're covering. So I break down the 5 award-winning neighborhoods: Coles Crossing, Bridgeland, Town Lake, Lakewood Forest, and Fairfield. I talk about the relocation guide, which should be loaded. My 3 favorite food trucks, even though I haven't tried the grilled cheese, I can't help it. I love grilled cheese. So this is the main blog post, and you can access everything I'm sharing with you from this one blog post. So it's definitely a really good resource. In a little bit, you're going to see a couple videos pop up that are suggestions. So I definitely recommend checking out one or both of those. And then, like I said, down below are going to be all of the links, including how to schedule a call with me, my email address, just really tons of information, my HAR link, my search website. I have tons of information. So this is what the search website looks like, and you can search for houses on here. If you're not going to use my website, the only other website I would recommend using is har.com. So I have my HAR link down below as well. So this is a really user-friendly website, and HAR is a tiny bit more powerful. And so those are the only 2 websites I recommend using. So here's a Cypress, Texas relocation guide, and this is another really easy resource. This is another resource that's really easy to digest. It's so hard looking at myself because the lighting today is horrible. And when I say today, it's like, it might be midnight. But how to move to Texas, where you should live in the Houston suburbs, steps to moving to Texas, and how do property taxes work in Texas. So property taxes do work different in Texas, and so it's really important for you to know and to budget for those. We have a Cypress, Texas playlist, 10 things you didn't know about Cypress, and so on and so forth. So this is broken down. It's going to give you next steps, which is normally scheduling a call with me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, I have not been telling y'all about our local map. So this is going to be linked down below. This is my favorite resource. These maps are not cheap, y'all. They are so pretty though. It's so worth it. So this is our Houston, Texas map. This is going to feature the most popular neighborhoods. It's really cities and suburbs, but a couple of them are neighborhoods like Kingwood and the Woodlands. So that's a really good one. And then if you're considering the Woodlands, this is the front of the Woodlands. You're from Bridgeland to the Woodlands, you're only 30-35 minutes. So you'll definitely probably still experience the Woodlands if you live in Cypress, broken down by villages and enclaves. Now, if you want to live or consider south of the Woodlands, that's going to be Klein. And then north of the Woodlands is going to be North Montgomery. And then back to the Houston map. So again, that's going to be linked down below. I don't know why I clicked on events. I feel like Siri must have been listening to me, but tons of events in Cypress, Texas. And then I wanted to gloss over our relocation guides and ebooks real quick. So we started off with these top ebooks. So first time home buyers, we have 2 for the Woodlands. My favorite ebook is this Best Neighborhoods to Let Kids Be Kids. So a handful of those Cypress neighborhoods are going to be on that ebook and on that list. What else do we have? Spring versus the Woodlands. And then these are kind of general ebooks. We have How do Property Taxes Work, Moving to Texas, and Where to Live in Houston, and then the Relocation Guide. So if you're comparing different areas, these relocation guides are a good place to start, or just going through these links. Lately, we have been writing blog posts on neighborhoods in every single city, so you're going to see those floating around as well. So I did want to jump over and talk about Cypress for a second. So Cypress actually has no boundaries, no city limits, nothing like that. Cypress, I was trying to look up the history for y'all. There's a little bit of history and there's deep roots, like German roots and things like that, but it just blows my mind that there is not a downtown Cypress. Like, it's sad. I think it's really sad. So I think it's really important for you to discover all the other hubs, so the Town Lake, the Bridgeland, and the ones along 290. So we have some really good commercial hubs that I do think make up for not having the downtown Cypress. So if you want to kind of wrap your head around where Cypress is, I think the best parameter is going to be Cypress ISD's boundaries. So this right here is a boundary map for Cypress ISD. As you can see, 290 cuts it in half, so you have the northeast side and the southwest side. It's large, obviously. It's a very large. It originally was one of the largest school districts, surpassed by Houston ISD now, but it's definitely a large school district. It's funny because this is kind of the Klein area. So you have Klein up here, and then you have Cypress down here. It cuts into Champion Forest, and there are some really good neighborhoods right here. And then you come over, and you have really established areas here. Even though some of this is Houston, you have Lakewood Forest, Tomball ISD creeps in right here, and then you have Houston down here, and then you have Katy over here. So this is going to be where Cypress is. Bridgeland does come around the side, so not all of Bridgeland is going to be zoned to Katy, so that's definitely something you should look into if you're looking in Prairie Land, which is the new village of Cypress. So I thought that was really cool. And then I wanted to do a plug for the city because I think this is really important. I know tons of people want to move here. We have 2 shortages right now. We have a hospital and medical staff shortage, going on right now that's kind of crazy. So this is a brand new post on community impact. I think if you are in the medical field and you need a job, Houston is going to treat you right. So check out this one. This is a shortage for Harris County. But I really think the shortage is everywhere, so do keep that in mind. And then we have a teacher shortage. So if you're a teacher and you're looking for a job, Cypress ISD is ready to take care of you. I don't know if you can pick up on these numbers, but this one's from the 3rd. So this is ongoing. We're short 300 teachers, 150 school bus drivers, and 150 paraprofessionals. So definitely having a huge shortage. And I think this is happening all over the country. But if you're looking for good benefits, for someone to take care of you, summer's off, I know if you're a teacher, I know that pains you to hear that. But we're ready for you here in Houston. There are tons of opportunities, and we hope you pick one of our suburbs. And so I just wanted to make sure I showed that all to y'all. I think that was kind of it. I really think I went over everything. So if you're considering a move to Cypress or one of our suburbs, please reach out to me, George Schlacey, Joe & Co., where my goal isn't just to be your realtor, but to be your resource. So a couple videos and tons of links down below. I hope you reach out to me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.